Hello, hope everyone's well. I'm here on today's Tuesday and just really flowing through life lately. There's been like a lot of shedding old things still, as we're still in the year of the snake until about mid-February, and yeah, lots of like wonderful, beautiful, like Venusian energy of like love and soft pink and purple like energies, and good quality time with people, connections, and also like letting the old go still. So I'm saying that because I think it's important for y'all to know, if you're experiencing any of that, totally human, that we're still, some of us, getting the residual things from the old versions of us. Not that there's anything bad about the old versions of us, but it's just that they were, they served a purpose for us to learn the lessons and to implement those lessons and like be a role model for those things to be grounded here in the physical 3D. So yeah, for a lot of us it's still happening. We're still shedding, and so most of the time I'm feeling pretty good. Some days it's a little like low. Some days it's like I want to just go kind of have a nap. So yesterday I did that in the mid-afternoon, and it was lovely, and I could tell I was sleeping. I was getting lots of good upgrades and things happening. So it was like just kind of practicing our knowing of like what we need and listening to that in the moment of like, what do I want to do most right now? And like, maybe I want to do these 3 other things, but like, is that really the thing that I need right now? So yeah, anyhow, just here, wanted to share a reading with you all and see if there's anything that can be of support as you're on your journey and making your way through your own life and cycles and healings and successes. And so yeah, just sending a lot of love to you beautiful humans. And my name is Liz. I'm an energy intuitive, a Reiki master practitioner, and a licensed social worker. And I've just started this as a passion project like 6 months ago, but it was also for myself to heal, like being able to be comfortable being seen, and not just like on the, you know, one-to-one small interactions, but like being seen, being comfortable being seen by like bigger groups, and stepping into my gifts and my confidence. And so that's kind of what started this channel of like, I know I was just getting messages too of like, I need to show up and show my frequency to other people. So that's what I'm here to do. Okay, so use your own discernment, and anything I say, sit with it in your body, notice how it feels. If this is what I do with my intuition, is I sit with something if it's resonating, and I see, does it give me a settling feeling when I think about hearing this thing, or does it align with like my intuitive knowing that I already had of like getting signs, getting confirmations, and then this is another confirmation. So like anything I bring up. So just because I say something doesn't mean it's true for you. Please use your own judgment with your higher self and checking in and like, does this fit? Yeah, don't ever give your power away to anything. But yeah, if it is a message for you, I find in my journey, it will keep repeating itself and louder until you listen. So for me, that was through media, like Disney movies, angel numbers, like repeating numbers, overhearing conversations, music. I get a lot of songs. So that's how I, journaling everything, meditating, all that helps me to connect with the messages that are being sent to me from my higher guidance and my higher guidance system. So anyways, hopefully that's helpful for someone. It must be. So as the past energy, we have dust devil moving out of stagnation. So yeah, the winds of change that we're here to, maybe from our higher guidance system, to help us get out of a situation or a place that was not meant for us to be, like it wasn't our highest pathway or timeline. So we needed this dust devil to help us progress. And there is like an intelligence in this dust devil. It's like very like ancestor. So I did get that message today for myself, that there was an ancestor that helped me when I was in this clearing stage of my life. So yeah, I think that wind can be uncomfortable, but it's also like for us oftentimes when we have these big tower things happen, and if we actually like do something about it before it turns into a big tower, we can actually often avert the tower situation. So that's a 15 or a 6 is a numerology for that card. And then Present energy, Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. I love this. We were just saying how we are in the Venusian energy of our timeline right now. Like Venus has been relevant in astrology over the last couple weeks, and then I just have been feeling like all over Venusian energy in my energy. And so, you know, rest and renewal, but like also like embodiment, sensuality, like giving yourself this love and self-care and accepting, receiving. Like it's hard for a lot of us to do, and so, but it's so important. You know, as we receive, so we too shall give. Like we cannot give from a full heart if we don't allow ourselves to receive too. So that's a journey or lesson I had to go through. I'm sure some of you also. We have moths, which are transformation, very I don't know, hummingbird it looks like, or no, that's a moth. Another moth. We have a snail shell with a little heart coming out of it. Also a butterfly. So yeah, lots of transformation. Oh, a nice sleeping fox too, which those have been one of my animal guides lately. So nice resting fox. Really beautiful, like Garden of Eden energy. And so this is like the scary work of like, even when things around me, I'm saying scary, it doesn't have to be scary, but for me and my experience as a human, it is kind of scary to overcome. Things aren't perfect, right? The 3D world, the systems are still there, the things are still, people are still in pain and poverty and hunger, and how can this be a place to rest? How can this be a Garden of Venus? Like, it takes a lot of freaking faith to get there. It's taken me a lot of faith to get there. And so I am going to really be honest and say, like, this is a hard one for a lot of our human bodies. And also it's not about that things have to be perfect around us. It's that we have to trust that the amount of us with these intentions that are better, hopes for things better to come, and systems to work more efficiently, more lovingly. If there's enough of us withholding that belief and that knowing that that's what we deserve and that's what we want to create, that is something that is changing the tide. And so, you know, I think it's a really tough one to like, and I think it's really important to not like spiritually bypass ourselves of like, you need to be okay with everything that's happening. Like, no, sometimes we need to just go scream into the void, go cry it out, shed our tears into Mama Earth, like Pachamama, like share with her like that sadness that we hold, the grief. Like grief is so needed, even though it's, you know, I think it's tough for a lot of us to like really process that in a way that's healthy and honoring oftentimes, like, and that's okay. Like, all we have to do is try and honor it, try and start something new, like try and like, without telling ourselves we're wrong, we need to do something differently, but like being like, how can I extend myself just a little bit more for myself emotionally this cycle of grief or this time around? And so whether that's like having a nap or taking a bath or, you know, journaling out what you're feeling, talking to a friend, you're like, hey, I just need to get this off my chest, I don't need your help. You can even like more intelligently say what you need, like, I just need you to hear me out, or I want your feedback, you know, like that's kind of gets into that like meta communication of like, how do we help people understand what our needs are, because they don't know unless we tell them. You know, and kind of saying like, I just need to get something off my chest. And sometimes like it's like just being in the company of another caring human can really do that for us. So anyways, there's lots of ways to do this, you know, letting the grief come up and let it pass through us. It is just emotion and energies that need to pass through us. And so even though I know it's one of my like favorite things, or easiest ways to get rid of the energy or emotion would be working out, I'm not as good about using that one all the time, but I am really good about moving my body. I've been doing like more self-care practices, like using my gua sha, like to drain or release for some reason I'm thinking of adrenal glands, but anyways, it's like I'm totally forgetting the word right now, but anyhow, you know what I mean, all the places where we get really sore in our bodies. So I've been doing a routine with that, and yes, making sure I'm getting out walking, putting my feet in the earth and stuff like that. It's another way to help move that energy through. All right, and then outcome is cosmic womb, the divine feminine, number 6. So that's what our highest outcome, potential outcome. And I really feel called to read that card, so I'm going to read that one. But I forgot to share, there's like a lot of purple energy in this card, which has been really, it's like, this is almost like lavender energy, right? Very soothing. Lots of pinks, roses, like the unfolding of our path, and then into this cosmic womb, which is like the connection of the greater unfolding, the greater intelligence of everything, right? That we are all part of the cosmic womb. You're not here. You can't be here and not be part of the cosmic womb. And so either we can accept it or not. Either way, it's like there are things that run orderly in this world, and that is an intelligence that is here. That we can tap into if we want to extend that faith. And it's not something anyone has to do, but it certainly helps a lot when we do, if we're open to it, to get guidance and to get support and to help us be on our highest path to be. But some people live their life perfectly fine without having that need to be connected, and that's okay too. And then we have lost compass. This is the upside down, getting back to integrity. Let me make sure it was upside down. No, maybe not. It was a right side up. I just flipped the cards upside down. Okay, so right side up, lost compass, getting back to integrity. So this is where supporting energy, you know, that is here to help us get to this cosmic womb. And once we are able to be in this rest and renewal, aligning our beliefs with our desired world and outcome in life, we can tap into this cosmic womb and get back to our integrity. And this lost compass is like, even though it seems lost, it's really divinely orchestrated, the compass where it's leading us. So there's lots of gears, there's lots of colors, like of the chakras here. So kind of like getting like, you know, being in touch with your body, your somatic, healing the somatic stuff in your body, or at least just like addressing it lovingly. Like you don't have to heal, and like none of us are gonna be like, we are healed, and also like we're gonna be working on stuff our whole lives. So you know, I think it's also important to say like your words are very powerful, so it's a good time to start being aware of what you say. So even if you notice there, I started to say something that was like to the effect that we're not healed, and it's like we are healed. And so it's important to like affirm those things, because you are very powerful, and this is a very powerful time where these things are magnified. So anyhow, wanted to share that. Just give it a try, because at the very least it's going to help with confidence if we can have a more optimistic verbal words. Like, not only does that help our inner child feel more safe, even if it's like sometimes we doubt it in the beginning, that's normal, but it's like, what does it hurt to have a little hope in that area? And of course it could hurt, but it's like, what, you know, it's modeling for other people, and then we can start seeing other people model that for us, and it's like it's a infectious thing to like be someone that's rooting for humanity, even though it's not always easy. Trust me, it's not something that I always have easily connected with either. So sometimes I really just feel that animals are in nature is so much easier to vibe with. So it's not surprising that a lot of folks I've worked with that have like done trauma treatment and stuff, like they often are very sensitive people that are more connected and feel more their nervous system feels more at rest, like when with those different kingdoms of animals and nature and stuff like that. So do what you need for your nervous system, but also like yeah, you deserve to give yourself hope that your life you want to live is on the way, and you're working on it, and you're doing things, and it's coming. So obviously you don't have to agree with me, but just I'm here as your spiritual like anti-friend to say I can hold that faith for us until maybe one day it feels safe for you to do that too. Okay, so let's do ooh, and that one's for us too. We have the benefactor, grace and generosity. So get this cute little mouse inside of a mushroom, and he's or she's got a crown on. They have a crown on. So, and it's like golden energy, golden, red, pink energy. So this is also energy supporting us. It's like, it's almost like thinking about like a king and a queen energy. Like when you think about the best kings or queens, are they fretting over, showing that outwardly that they're fretting over everything that's happened in their kingdom, or are they composed and are they democratic in the way that they approach things, you know, even keeled, like all these things that we would want in a good leader, someone who's like sees all the, you know, not overly emotional, not overly logical, like we want a good blend of both. And so, you know, very wise. So that's what I'm urging and modeling to embody, is like that stepping into being the authority of your own life, and that we don't let things shake us like we used to, because we are doing the work to soothe our nervous system and have healthy boundaries and do things that we care and that bring us inspiration and creativity, and knowing that we are worthy as hell for that. So, you know, it's king and queen energy, like they just know that they have that air of like, yes, this is my life, this is my enjoyment, this is my sensuality. Like they just embody it. So sometimes that takes practice to understand what that feels like and looks like, and I know you all are starting to do that, and if you haven't already, so thanks for being on the journey. And yeah, we're in the era of that being, of that embodiment. So yeah, about that. Anyhow, I was just thinking, so my tea is a little bit cold, and I'm like, do I want to heat it up? It's gonna take a little bit of noise and movement. I'll probably just wait to drink it after. But anyhow, cold tea. But that's something that, you know, it's kind of like little things like that. It's like, do we let that get to us, or do I realize like, oh, I made myself this amazing like passion fruit water earlier today. That sounds delightful right now, and that's what I'm gonna have instead. And it's better for me too. So so good. You might hear me crunching on the seeds, but I was getting messages this morning as I was making it for myself of like, that's the era of Venusian, is like passion, like abundance, like the way I came about these passion fruit I had told a friend that I was like really how much I love passion fruit and how much my daughter loves passion fruit and how I want to grow it. And I was just visiting my mom who lives over on the Big Island, and of course we were like everything passion fruit there, so good and accessible. And I came home and was walking my dog one day, and I decided to go a new way because I just felt kind of guided to. And then I ran into a giant passion fruit vine that is like on public land. And I was like, oh my God, this sweet, like, sweet Savior, thank you for this passion fruit. And I have a basket that I've been filling with the passion fruit and other fruits that my friend gives me who works in agriculture. And so it's just like abundance is like, that's part of my queen era is like I'm putting things out. I'm making altars that are like filled with abundant things. And so yeah, just to share, like, this is part of this Venusian energy that we're in. And then all paths lead to home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Yeah, just as I was mentioning, being an authority of our own lives, turning our gaze within. I get that in the next 2 to 3 days, the energy is going to be wild. We're going to have lots of energy flooded into us, whether it's from political stuff, outward, social stuff. Like, take more time to turn inward in the next couple days. And it just generally, like, in life, like, it's so healthy to have that. Doesn't mean we like completely detach and we don't, be aware of what's happening. We don't stay involved. Like, do the things, do the outreach, do the like activism if that's like whatever your specific thing that you feel called to do, but also like take time to turn your gaze within, spend time with yourself, meditate, hone in on your practices of grounding and releasing. So I'm getting very cyclical energy there too. So it's like a stone circle. So lots of ancient wisdom within. So you have the keys within, you have the wisdom within, but it takes just dedication. It takes time to discipline is the word I'm looking for. It takes discipline to take the time to sit within when things look really wild outside of us, but really we should be practicing it early and often before things even get wild. But it's normal that we're human. We're going to feel overwhelmed sometimes, so we don't beat ourselves up for that anymore. We just say, like, you're having a tough day, we're going to go spend our time in a cozy blanket and just nourishing ourselves, getting a warm cup of tea or whatever it is that you like to do that makes you feel like you're caring for yourself, or know that you are caring for yourself. Taking a bath with some Epsom salts always is something I'm big on. Clearing your space, using sage and Palo Santo is a good one. Opening all the windows, just like helping cleaning, or anything that you feel called to do, because each day it's going to be different what we might need. And then lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So yeah, that's what those boundaries that we were talking about aligns with the boundaries of having that inner authority of knowing, like, some things we have to cut out. But look how bright she's looking out at the sun, like so beautiful, like solar energy, this like massive sun, and out at nature in a waterfall. So it's like so also the veil is dissolving, like we are getting when we do that internal gaze and meditation, or internal focus, journaling, art, whatever it is for you that helps get you there to that meditative place, or that just like mindful place, connected place. It lifts the veil and it allows us to start to question everything and see things through the lens of our own knowing, rather than looking about what other people are freaking out about, or what other people are how they are seeing specific things. And so it's always good to observe, take that in, kind of clock what people are thinking, feeling, doing. Like, that's okay, but like we're just kind of observing. We're not actually getting emotionally involved in it as much anymore, taking it on as our own. So I love that energy for you. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm feeling guided to do an animal apothecary to get some, we have some mice and a fox, but let's see who else we get here. Butterfly, moth, so resourcefulness, transformation, And then, you know, so much so transformation with moths that it's like they're almost very like moon shadowy, like, but also like a lot of transmutation that like they can be seen as pretty like pests, you know, to a lot of people. And it's too many. Okay, I want to go with just maybe one or two. So my right ear's ringing, so feminine side. Yeah, be more, be okay with being in your feminine, even if it bothers people, even if it doesn't, you know, it's important to let go of what others' opinions are of you. Ooh, I haven't gotten this one yet. Magnetism through gratitude. So we have the turkey, and he's got like a horseshoe on his back. So he's magnetizing in like these 3 cups, which is like the 3 of cups is like love. So he's magnetizing the things he wants in his life through gratitude. So yeah, that one I also would love to get the message on it because I haven't ever pulled that card, but I love it. So let's see. We'll start with that one, and then we'll look at the cosmic womb. Okay. Okay, there's a, I was going to say, where's the book for that one? All right. 31 or a 4 for that magnetism through gratitude. The turkey. Turkey's medicine comes to speak to us about abundance and prosperity through the virtue of gratitude. When we are thankful for what we currently have, life draws to us more things to be grateful for. You are on the verge of super magnetism. Turkey medicine says you draw on dynamic levels of abundance through gratitude. Creating and continuously deepening your practice of gratitude will act like a spark that ignites the charge of your magnetism. What accomplishments have you achieved? What desires have you worked so hard toward that have manifested? Focus on these achievements and truly appreciate them. A wonderful daily practice is creating a gratitude journal. Take a few minutes every day to write down all the things that you are grateful for. To really connect to the feeling of gratitude, try listening to music that moves you deeply while writing in your journal. If you want to take a step further, try gratitude dancing. Put on the music that amps you up. Move and dance in gratitude and thank the universe for all you've received and will receive. Yes, I love that one. Very somatic friendly too, which I'm a big fan of. Shaking everything out, get it all out, like just moving your body. This is a powerful technique and lots of fun to do with friends too. Your job is to get excited about the generosity of the universe now and start saying thank you. Through this, you will find a level of fulfillment that will bestow joy in new ways for you. Remember to make sure to include gratitude about the unknown in your practice too. Turkey's medicine comes when something special and profound is being conjured up in the universe for you to receive. Discipline your gratitude practice and get ready for your magnetism to ignite. Yay! Okay, great one. Thank you, animals, and thank you, turkey energy, and then cosmic womb. Creativity, the divine feminine. The cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love, incarnate, and ignited by the vital spark received from the divine. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is changing right now. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment as your curiosity is piqued. You're in the most fertile cycle of your life right now, intuitively keen, with heart wide open, mindful that each step in the direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. Yeah, thank you. All right. So I want to do, if you want to come up with a question in mind, I want to do some angel answers. So just maybe something that, you know, has been on your mind, you want a little support with. Of course, always lean into with whatever answer comes up for this, if it fits for you and your situation and feels right and good in your body. But let's see what the angels have to say to support us with this abundance. So, could be an abundant situation. Getting the caduceus and infinity signs above her head, rainbow frequencies, purple, pink wings, and then we have recovery. So yeah, maybe a situation that recovery was needed. I'm seeing Archangel Raphael, very healing. Also seeing some blue ray healing frequencies. It could be Syrian frequencies, healing frequencies. Yeah, so like I was sharing, I think a lot of times we're thinking we need to do, and we're actually missing out on some of the things that our higher guidance team is trying to bring in if we don't rest and lay still and receive. So that's a big one, I think, for a lot of us to do more of. You know, I think every day at least you should be doing something that if oh wow, interesting, I was shuffling the book. That's really funny. It's a mini deck. It's my only mini deck that I have, but it'll be a bit easier without that. Okay, we also got not the right time. So it doesn't mean never, but it just means maybe right now, possibly the situation is not the right time. Though this person, this angel is very, looks kind of like Azrael, and she's surrounded by rainbow frequency. Rainbow, her aura is rainbow, and she also has some sacred geometry around her. Looks like a world globe. She's standing on a globe. Sorry, that was Hanio, I think, is the angel that it looks like, but I don't know if it is actually her, because these cards aren't like specific angels, but it's just kind of like whatever. I can show you what she looks like, though, in case you want to check her out again. Very purple energy, very healing, and then no. And definitely like very, again, that healing lavender energy. Let's see, any other confirmations for someone out there, angels? Be assertive. Okay, so she's holding a mask. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it is a mask. It's kind of looks like a key, but like, you know, being assertive. Is her, she has a mask and she's taking it off, and she has her hands up in a very, like, she's self-trusting. She knows what she's going to stand up for herself for. Okay, and maybe one more, please. The romance. Okay, so maybe being assertive and pausing might be something that's needed for this, either this romance, if it is related, to come in, or to be in the right timing, or for it to come in if it is a new romance. So so yeah, I guess it's like about helping us to stay in alignment, trusting that even if it might not be the right time, getting into alignment is more important than like rushing something, from what I'm getting. Okay, well, thank you for that one, angels. And let's see, is there anything else that we, maybe some challenges. Let's do, I'm going to do another starseed for challenges. We got two. Okay. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Yeah, so so feeling safe, trusting, being loyal to ourselves is maybe been a challenge, and that's part of what the dust devil and the things that we're shedding are. Those versions of us that had a hard time because of circumstance, or maybe like past experiences. It was hard to stand up for ourselves in that energy. And then star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. So yeah, I think for a lot of us, like giving enough time to rest so we can receive these activations, or being in flow, being present. Ooh, I'm getting nice light there too. So sharing some blue light your way and some healing purple frequencies as well. Violet healing energy your way. If you like to receive, you can just say I receive, or not say yes in your mind. I'm sending a little Reiki your way too. Just taking in the energy on this card with star bathing. Feeling the essence of peace, of cosmos, the cosmos. And she's on the earth, laying in a receiving position to accept. And it's going right through her body, creating, there's a pathway of light. And so getting, very much into that. Knowing that you are a vessel, and that the energies are here. There are energies here to support you, and you have to ask for that support, allow that support, receive that support. You can, if you feel it's right for you and your understanding, is you can ask your higher guidance team for to help with your physical body and spiritual body and emotional body upgrades before you go to bed every night, and I always think it's helpful to give a prayer of protection for myself, my loved ones, my space, my finances, and ask for the guides to come in and help with any upgrades. So I know it's not something that people are always comfortable with, or they feel a little weird because they feel like it's not maybe they're inviting in other energies. And I can tell you, more often than not, I always obviously do a lot of work to energetically cleanse my space, and setting whatever it feels appropriate for your home, some type of sacred geometry around it is my recommendation of and asking that to be reinforced every day, whether that's through using incense and going around and just visualizing that being reinforced, asking any of your guidance team you connect with or that you feel really protected by, or it could even be a figure that you've connected with in a media show or something, you can make that holy too if you really believe in that as a being or individual that can be here and their energy to support you. You bring it to life by tapping into it. So whatever it feels like you might need in your home, in your space, to help you feel protected, and just trust then that once you have that set and you're doing that spiritual hygiene with it, with yourself and with your energy space, that you can ask for higher guidance to come in and help you upgrade. So, or cleanse the things that need to go. So yeah, I'm getting lots of Archangel Raphael, green healing energy, wanting to be here, the purple energy, blue healing light. So I'm allowing myself to be a vessel for any of this to transmit through to you for the highest good of all and harm to none, sending only frequencies of unconditional love and peace and healing and renewal, regeneration. Hope you're feeling as relaxed as I am now, and just take a few breaths, allowing these activations to set in with your intention. If you receive, you have started that process of bringing those into you. So just trust that tonight when you go to bed or when you have a nap or whatever, just be open to feeling the different parts in your body, feeling if you can notice things moving, because often, if not always, that happens for me when I have that intention and I'm open to it. So yeah, just sending you a lot of love, and just want to be here and say it's okay. You know, whatever you're feeling is completely valid and okay. And really just sending the intention that you can be there and be lovingly hold yourself through that, and know that you have yourself, you got you, I got you too, but you got you. And so yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.